Yeah, man. We live, man. Alright, dude. So, yeah, man. Hey. So, yeah, man. We just watching this GTA6 videos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about these videos. Like, give me like a little dopamine release. Like, I just like watching them about it, you know what I'm saying? We only like 7 more months to like it come out. So, like, yeah, man. Wait. Oh, my God. I hate when this shit happens. I don't know. Let me restart my shit. Should be glitching. I'll be having this shit on all night. Alright. Down, dog. Oh, y'all, boy. Alright, so we're gonna just put. Let me see if he posted. Oh, he posted one. Okay. Project Vice, some shit like that. Project Vice. See what videos he got on that bit. Let me see. I didn't even watch this shit.
I don't want to put it down. Buzzkill.
I did the free trial.
Rockstar still remaining silent, so I thought I'd do another Q&A video answering your questions in relation to GTA 6. And that's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Honest opinion on how you expect GTA 6 to run on the PS5 Pro with the new PSSR 2.0. Do you think 60...
Shit, good thing I got a PS5 for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the point of buying PS Pro. I already got a regular PS5 shit. When that shit come out, I'm just gonna buy that shit on now. Shit.
FPS would be achievable even 40 FPS. Now, for those of you that don't know what PSSR
this game gonna be fucking crazy, bro. This game gonna be fucking crazy. I can't wait till this shit come out.
It is a PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which is technically an AI upscaling technology designed to deliver higher fidelity.
Oh yeah.
4K visuals at higher frame rates. And the raging debate online out there at the moment is Rockstar going to be striving for 60 frames per second with this new AI upscaling technology that PlayStation has implemented over the last week or so with this technology. Well, we do know based off the reports out there that PlayStation is working very close with Rockstar, and it looks like they have secured exclusive marketing rights for GTA 6. And I really wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation is going to be working very closely with ensuring that they can get the best out of the console for the PS5 Pro and even the base PS5 to ensure that GTA 6 is as optimized and runs as best as possible. And in this case, could it achieve 60 frames per second with PSSR 2.0? You guys may recall there was a leak that came out close to a year ago from Detective Seeds Online claiming that GTA 6 has been and continues to hit 60 FPS while being optimized for the PS5 Pro on multiple graphical settings. PlayStation engineers are assisting with the optimization due to the new tech being implemented, and they're also assisting on several other Rockstar titles that Rockstar are rolling out in the near future. As of right now, 60 FPS is being achieved on the Pro. This could obviously change before release. It is anticipated that GTA 6 will have multiple graphical options on the PS5 Pro on release. Rockstar/PlayStation marketing deal is what's allowing and encouraging this collaboration on optimization. This info is from a PlayStation engineer who has provided highly accurate and verified info several times in the past. Make of that claim what you will, but based off what we understand, it seems like Sony has secured the exclusive marketing rights, and that is what is allowing this optimization to get the game to run at 60 FPS on the Pro with PSSR 2.0. Now, do I believe this is true? I feel like it may be hard to sort of say at this point in time because there hasn't been any other sources corroborating this claim. Now, on the flip side, if there is any games developed that is able to achieve 60 FPS on the Pro with a big budget release like a new GTA title, then it is most certainly Rockstar. Based off what we understand, the PS5 Pro is only a 10% increase in CPU power, so it may be difficult to actually get the game to run at that high of a frame rate with everything going on. But who knows, Rockstar are wizards, and if it is true that they're working very closely with the PlayStation engineers, then that might be potentially possible. Will the map be bigger than GTA 5's map? I hope it's double or triple the size. Now, if you guys do recall, there was a leak that came out shortly after Trailer 1 dropped in January of 2024 with Aaron Garbett, the art director at Rockstar North. Apparently his son's friend did leak out a mini clip of GTA 6 showcasing downtown Vice City. And he claimed that apparently the map is twice the size of Los Santos, and then he went on to say that all I can say is the map leak is real. Now, that was quite a while ago, and we have seen many iterations and new updates in relation to the mapping project, who on Discord have done an incredible job at piecing together the official bits of information that we have gotten from Rockstar through both trailers, the leaks from 2022.
Yeah, man. They be getting information like a dog, bro. Like, dang, how they get all this information about this game? They like, damn, they looked to the real life map, went to the real life place, went to the place in Florida, and found the places. They serious about this, bro. It was like GTA 5 been out for like how many years? Like 20 years? Or like nah, not 20 years. I'm 20 years old, so it had to be like it's like 15 years, something like that. I don't know. It's been out for a while though, like since PS3 about these days. So yeah, this game better be it though. Like the online better be, you know what I'm saying? Like for real.
And even the screenshots on the GTA 6 website. With previous map updates, the Panhandle was included, and if you don't know what the Florida Panhandle is, it does include multiple other Floridian locations, but with the most recent map update that has been removed. And apparently it has been claimed that it is 2.4 times bigger than GTA 5's map without the Panhandle. With the Panhandle included, it is about 2.7 times bigger. Now, do keep in mind, this of course is unofficial. It's literally just based off, like I said, the trailers and of course the GTA 6 website and the September 22 leaked information that we got. It is not an official version by Rockstar themselves. It's just too hard to say at the moment how big the map is really going to be shaping up to be, because we still need to see more locations. We still need more information presented by Rockstar to actually get a little bit more of a better, clearer picture of the true scale of this map in comparison to 5. I'm sure once we get trailer 3, the gameplay trailer, and multiple other bits of promotional material provided by them, then we'll be able.
Gloriana, I think that's a whole nother, like, they saying that's a whole nother state. Like, they saying that's like Georgia and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Recently, I just moved to Atlanta, so it's chill out here though. It's chill out here though. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go back to South Florida. I could, you know what I'm saying? Go back to my sunshine state. I'm forever proud. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like, hopefully we got more cities than just Vice City. We do got more cities, but like, you know, the other cities they like country and stuff. So they like run down and stuff. Hope we got like we might have Atlanta in there, like a little Atlanta in there, might, or some other cities like I don't know, Palm Beach or like Orlando in there a little bit. But there's some more like aspects. I hope we got some more like, you know, cities like, you know, like loud cities like Vice City. 'Cause Vice City basically is Miami. So what else cities we gonna have? Like, you know, unless we have like Tallahassee, you know, Jacksonville, or so, you know, bit cities like Florida, like, you know,
able to actually piece
not
together the
just
map.
not one little lit city, because I already know like all the other cities gonna be boring as hell. Like all the other, if it's not Vice City, I'm already knowing like it's gonna be like something different, gonna be ran down by, you know what I'm saying? Vice Cities where like all the clubs at, all the girls at, all the hoes at and shit. We need some more cities in that bit for real, you know what I'm saying? Because Grand Theft Auto 5, the only city is in there, it's like Los Santos, like. But when you go like up the map, that's like it get country and shit. Like it start like Sunny Shores, Fort Prulo, whatever it's called, like by the Army base. It get a little boring up there. When we down by the city, it's like more going on and shit. That's why I want like more cities like that in one game. And I feel like they can do it because like it's PS5, so they can push it to the limits and shit. But when PC come out, when that, you know, 5M, when that 6M come out, oh yeah, they gonna be doing way more for that shit, for real.
A little bit more better. Regardless of the fact that it is most definitely already bigger than GTA 5, so I'm sure it's even going to be much, much bigger.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just
Come out first.
Than what is claimed at the moment. Do you think any protagonists will return? Who and why? Yes, I do think Michael from GTA 5 Story Mode is going to be returning. As
Really? I mean, yeah, hope so.
most of you know, Michael
But
has
hold on.
returned in the most recent GTA.
I'm a story mode and online player, so I'm expecting like I'm really expecting like, you know, for it to be a good story for real, cause the fuck. Yeah, I was saying. Hopefully it
Line
really be a
update.
good story, cause like, you know, GTA 5 story was good though. No, that was good. It was decent. You know what I'm saying? But this story, but gotta have me hooked. Like I want all my feelings to be in this story, cause like I just want a good story. And then after that, when online come out, we can all have fun. Like, and that's how I know. That's how I know what everything got in the game by story mode and shit. You know, they go playing story mode before online though. Yeah, for real.
A safe house in the hills. It was so cool to see him finally return, especially because a lot of people have been requesting to see him being featured. We already had Trevor and Franklin in the current version of GTA Online, but Michael was the last protagonist that hadn't been featured yet. I do have a hunch that he's going to be a part of GTA 6, whether it's some type of cameo appearance or something along those lines. And the first reason as to why is because within trailer 2, we do see what appears to be what is reminiscent of Michael's boat. This is seen in the Leonida Keys at the start of trailer 2 outside of Brian Hedder's home where Jason is staying. And we also know that Jason and Cal are working for Brian at Brian's Boat Works and Marina, so maybe, and this is just me throwing crap at the wall, perhaps Brian and Jason have stolen Michael's boat from Los Santos. And another reason as to why is Rockstar have hinted at potentially Michael having an appearance in GTA 6 because there is the Meltdown poster that is showcased in one of the background shots on the GTA 6 website. For those of you that don't know, that's Michael's movie that he made with Solomon Richards in GTA 5 story mode. So based off these reasons, I feel there's a strong possibility that we may see Michael return in some way, shape or form, even if it is in a minor, small cameo appearance. I still think fans
I'm respecting him return though. For real. I respect him return.
would love to see him. Another character I feel that is likely to return is Louise from the Ballad of Gay Tony. This one is an interesting one. I actually think it's more likely than Michael. And there are many reasons for this. The first reason as to why is Maniel Perez, the alleged voice actress of Lucia, used to follow Mario De Leon, the voice actor of Luis Lopez from the Ballad of Gay Tony many years ago, and then they unfollowed each other after rumors spread online that they were following each other on Insta. Not only this, but Grand Theft Auto 6 Alerts on Twitter/X did put out a thread of various posts that may hint at Lucia being related to...
I kind of miss playing this shit. I got this shit on the PC, but ain't nothing like playing it on the PS3, Xbox 360. That shit was going back in the day. Like, you go in the nightclub and shit. I kind of like the vibe of it. Especially like the DLC. I like Grand Theft Auto 4 period. I don't really like only I like Nico. I like this guy, but I don't really like the other guy. Like, what's his name, Johnny? It was alright. It was like a biker game. I don't really like that shit. I like him and Nico, but I especially like this guy because, like, of course he black. And the nightclubs, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have some online shit like this. Would be crazy though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I miss that shit though. Like the online and stuff.
Louise and
my cousins take turns on this shit. Like, damn.
Some other things that point to Lucia's connection with Louise potentially coming to...
We used to say like, okay, we gonna take this shit serious. Like, we gonna really do the missions and beat the game. End up doing some fuck shit. Like going to the club, get him drunk, all type of shit. Running from cops, having a shootout, having a rampage, shit like that. That's crazy.
To fruition. And they go on to say Lucia from GTA 6 might be related to Luis Lopez from GTA 4. Here's why. Both Lucia and Louise were raised in Liberty City. And we know this is confirmed to be the case on the GTA 6 website. On Lucia's character bio, it literally says, more than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mum has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. They are both of Latin descent. Another potential theory they raise is that Lucia is likely the daughter of Ernesto Lopez. Louisa's...
I might stream GTA 6 when they come out, but I don't know, bro, because I'm trying to play that shit myself. Like, for real, though. I don't know, bro. Like, I might start.
His older brother, Ernesto, left Liberty City to start a family with unnamed children. Lucia's background as being from Liberty City before moving to Vice City mirrors Ernesto's supposed path. Now, I know you're probably wondering, Louise and Lucia have completely two different surnames, that being Lucia's surname being Caminos and Louise being Lopez. So how could they even be related if they have two different surnames? Well, part of an article did go on to speculate that Lucia could be using her mother's name as she may have cut ties with her father. And the thread of posts finish off by saying Lucia and Louise are both great at fighting. We have seen both of them doing cage fighting. So yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if we do see Lucia as part of a flashback in Liberty City. And maybe Louise is a part of some type of cutscene or mission involved with it during the early parts of the game. Do you think we'll be able to use the airport and go?
Like, that GTA 6 gonna be crazy, but they delayed this shit like 4 times. Like, they gotta come out. If it don't come out, people are just gonna give up on that shit. Like, no.
Go to other islands since they removed...
Make a video about this shit. Y'all gotta put it out. Come on. At this point, y'all put it. If y'all don't release it, then y'all release it later. We ain't gonna play that shit. Cause like,
the GTA 4 remastered map mod. Yes, I do think we are going to be able to visit other islands. I think
they want this game to be perfect. I understand. You know what I'm saying? They want this shit to be real perfect for the fans and shit. So respect though.
At first though, once we do have the base,
they don't want this. I don't think they don't want Grand Theft Auto 5 to be better than this shit. So they like, this is our new game, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's good, cause like, if you make one game, why would you want the second one to be worse than the first one? You know? But that's how a lot of shit is. Like a lot of old games be better than the new ones. Like, you know what I'm saying?
game itself, I don't think we are going to be seeing many islands at launch, but over time, once we see the map expand, then most certainly we'll be able to visit other islands when we get likely a Cuba expansion or even a Georgia expansion. And we do know that Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar's parent company, did take down the Liberty City Preservation map mod. I wouldn't be surprised if Rockstar has grander plans to include Liberty City in GTA 6 in some capacity, as I mentioned earlier, with potentially being a flashback or something like that with Lucia. We already know the confirmed airports at the moment include Vice City International Airport. Based off the first trailer, we have seen this. The most recent mapping project update has shown us that there is a naval air station in the Leonida Keys. And we also know that there is a Port Gellhorn airfield that was identified within the September 22 leaks that is likely going to be a part of the game. So not only will we likely be seeing multiple airports, but we'll probably be able to use them and travel to other islands as well. Because in GTA 5, as I mentioned in previous videos, we were unable to use the airport at all. So I'm sure with GTA 6, Rockstar plans to actually allow us to finally use the airport, purchase a ticket, and
TurboTax locations are now open in your neighborhood. So, hand off your taxes to an expert today. Now local experts do your taxes with 100% accuracy.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want.
go to different locations. Do you think it will be able to live up to all the huge expectations? Yes, I think it will, because Rockstar never miss with any of their mainline releases. Obviously, we saw the Definitive Edition, otherwise known as the Defective Edition, that came out a few years ago. But
yeah, that shit was ass when they first came out. But I beat Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with that shit, with the settings like on the right settings and shit.
that was outsourced to Grove Street Games that mainly were involved with developing that game. Rockstar were associated with it, but other than that, that was not a big mainline release with all the Rockstar studios working on it. Minus that, Rockstar have nailed it, hitting a home run every single time. You think with GTA 5 and how they were able to craft
like the PS2 version. I thought it was PS2, PS3 version where you can play like 2 players and shit. Where you can like be CJ and your other person be somebody else, running around the street, terrorizing shit. That shit used to be fun.
such an amazing open world on technology like the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 hardware, which was quite limited at the time, but Rockstar got the most out of them. They truly innovated with the whole 3-way character switching system with Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. Like, it was so well done the way they actually did it. And this was back in 2013, way before any other games developer was even doing this at all. And then after that, they moved on to Red Dead Redemption 2, and I mean, look how amazing this
Red Dead
was.
Like, I hate restarting Red Dead. Like, I wish I could start where I came from with everything, but Red Dead was good too. Just the online wasn't that good though. I fought with the story mode though.
Till this day, people are still comparing new games to Red Dead 2. That just goes to show you how well this game was made, and the fact that it came out in 2018, which by the time GTA 6 arrives will be over 8 years old. When Rockstar does come out with a new release, it always lasts such a long...
Wait, 2018 is eight years old? Damn, that's crazy. That's 8, bro. 2018 is 8 years ago? What the fuck? Hold on. Was 2018. How many years ago was it? Yeah, 8 years for real. ChatGPT, my best friend for real though.
lengthy amount of time because of how much love and attention to detail they put into their games. And I just feel with GTA 6, based off everything that we have seen so far, they're going to go above and beyond with this entry. I mean, the fact that we have seen only 2 trailers and a bunch of screenshots on their website, there have been a lot of people out there questioning if GTA 6 is going to even meet our expectations. I feel like it's going to exceed it, not only because Rockstar stated it many times, but also the fact that they always allow their actions to speak louder than their words. And it already looks as good as this. I think we don't need to be worried at all. Do you think we can see pre-orders being opened in April? Yes, I do think there is a strong possibility that we see pre-orders going live next month, which is only just a few days away. And the thing is that it's actually not too far away if we are going to be seeing pre-orders going live and perhaps maybe trailer 3 coming shortly after. I do think though that it would make a little bit more sense to have trailer 3 go live and then pre-orders become available at that same point in time. You get people
getting that shit when it first come out. Pre-orders.
Excited about the new trailer that got revealed and everything that we have seen, and then
I can't wait till they release the bro. When they release that third trailer, people gonna be gonna catch everything. Like I'm gonna react to that shit, bro. For real.
At the end of the trailer pre-order now, like they've done with Red Dead 2 and GTA 5. But even though there's a strong possibility that next month something may happen, I'm still leaning more so towards May, just before that next Take-Two earnings call. Do you think there will be a premium currency in GTA 6 Online, like in Red Dead Online, gold bars for example, a fake cryptocurrency? Yes, I do think there are going to be some form of microtransactions within GTA 6 Online. I mean, we've already seen gold bars within Red Dead Online, and of course as well in GTA Online with the shark cards. I feel like it might even be more shoved down our throats in the next online, more so than the shark cards in the current version of GTA Online. I wouldn't even be surprised as well if there might be some overlap and maybe some crossover with GTA Plus. This is an exclusive membership that Rockstar introduced a while back, a subscription model where you would pay a certain amount of money per month in order to get some in-game benefits. And I think Rockstar is most likely going to have a GTA Plus as the vehicle moving forward for potentially upcoming DLCs in the next online. So for example, if you were to have GTA Plus as part of your subscription to Rockstar Games' services in the next online, then I wouldn't even be surprised if perhaps maybe they use that to try and get more people to get GTA Plus, to then have early access to upcoming map expansions and stuff like that. So yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if Rockstar is going to be utilizing this approach in the next online. Now, in terms of cryptocurrency as a form of in-game currency in the next online, apparently this was something that Rockstar was planning to introduce back in 2021. They had plans to do this, according to reputable gaming insider Tom Henderson. And he replied back to me on a post on Twitter saying, I believe this was scrapped years ago. Now, I know a lot of people were not wanting cryptocurrency to be introduced in the next online, and it looks like this is not going to be the case. I wouldn't even know how that would work. Rockstar would have to work around all the different big crypto companies like Bitcoin and that type of thing. So I think it would be quite difficult to implement within a GTA type game. But anyways guys, that about does it for today's video. If you want to enjoy this second Q&A video that I've done as of recent, let me know down in the comment section below if you want to see more stuff like this. We are getting close to the month of April, and I'm sure things are going to be starting to ramp up very, very soon. Over the next 1 to 2 months, we should start to be hearing something from Rockstar very, very shortly. Because if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm sick and tired of looping trailer 1 and 2 in the background, but it's really all we got to work with at the moment, of course, aside from the GTA 6 website. So fingers crossed we get some updates very soon. But anyways, guys, if you want to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, and of course, turn on this post notification so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Make sure to stay safe. Have a great day, and I am out.
Alright, dude. Let's see what else we got. I got on that bit. Update. Let me see what else they got on that bit. Hold on. You got a new video out? Let me see.
That's insane. I can't see your screen from here anymore.
Get Zaxby's Fingers and Wings in lemon pepper, garlic parm, and Nashville hot. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Hey, before we get into this video, huge shout out to Dandy Andy, bro. He said nobody's talking about GTA 6's most insane feature. Let's get into it, bro. Straight to it.
Most people watching the second GTA 6 trailer were focused on the graphics, the lighting, the reflections.
It's not
the
only about
character models.
graphics, though.
And yeah, all of that stuff does
You got
look incredible.
sound,
But there's
you got
something else going on in that trailer that almost nobody is talking
anything,
about.
mechanics.
And it might end up being one of the most important things
Animations.
Rockstar gets right with this game. It's not super sexy, but it's really cool. The sound. Now, hear me out. Sound is more important than picture. You can have a bad picture, but amazing audio.
That's a
people
fact.
will typically buy into that bad picture. On the flip,
No. That's a fact, bro. There's a lot of games that got way better audio than graphics than whatever the case may be, feature-wise. You know what I'm saying? That's an actual fact.
side, you could have terrible audio but amazing picture, and
Facts.
people are going to notice. And this is kind of the reason I have trouble watching older films and have to put on the subtitles and stuff. It's just because the sound is
Audio's not there.
tinier. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm getting off track
Yeah, so
here.
there's
I
my
just
eyes.
wanted to say that to let you know how important sound is to any form of media. It is probably the most important part. Movie, video. you
No,
get
I
it.
truly
So,
agree.
If you go back and watch trailer 2 carefully, there's something kind of weird. The audio keeps changing, and I'm not just talking about the music, but the texture of the sound itself. When Jason is working on a rooftop, there's a classic rock song playing faintly in the background.
What you doing up there?
You don't really hear it, yeah.
When he's driving, a different track is coming through his truck.
Yep.
When he robs
You can hear that audio aspect of like where he's at, what he's doing, what area he's in, or whatever the case may be. Like that's basically how the sound is shaping up in the area where he's at, or in the format that it needs to be in the area where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like it just sounds correct.
In store, you can hear that same song playing through the store speakers, and it sounds, well, different. It sounds like it's coming from cheap ceiling speakers.
Yep, throughout the
because
trailer.
It is.
Throughout the trailer, all the way up into in trailer 2, throughout the trailer, all the way up into when he meets, or when he gets Lucia out of jail or prison, or whatever the case may be. The audio format of that song is changing in each shot or each clip, basically. It's pretty fucking dope, bro. While they're chopping the trailer, it's changing in the within the area or environment that he's in. It's so fire, bro. It's pretty pristine.
Wang Chung's Everybody Having Fun Tonight shows up while he's working out on the beach, and it sounds like it's coming from a portable speaker nearby. So in just 3 minutes, the trailer cycles through a number of songs, each one tied to a specific end-world source. But it's not just the music. When Jason talks to a prison guard through the glass, his voice sounds normal, but the guard's voice is slightly garbled and tinny, like it's being piped through an intercom.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
An ammunition commercial on a TV in the background sounds a little blown out and overcompressed, like the TV speakers can't quite handle the volume. Planes whoosh past overhead as Jason drives. The ocean laps at the shore. A cash register.
So important.
All of this diegetic sound, meaning the audio
Small
exists
details.
inside the world of the game, not just layered on top of it.
Thanks. It's small details. Yes, you have your small details within, you know, like the graphic, the image, or whatever the case may be. Yes, you got tiny little details that's very important, but it's the same with the audio. The audio, you have tiny little details, tiny little small sounds that are very important. You know what I'm saying? Little birds chirping going by, you know what I'm saying? Little splash of a nigga, you know, fishing rod in a joint, you know what I'm saying? Landing in the water. Little small stuff like that, little subtle sounds are mad.
Do small shit. Throw a rock in the water, that shit splash. Like,
important because it's real life. That's how real life is. Fire.
And the level of detail here, even in just this small little trailer, is just ridiculous. Now, Rockstar hasn't gone on the record talking specifically about their sound design goals for Grand Theft Auto 6. Most game studios don't. They just throw the eye candy in front of you. They want to show you the graphics, right? Because that's what's most striking when you're looking at a game. But the sound does speak for itself and adds a layer of depth to the trailers, like I talked about previously, that subconsciously deliver to you a heightened sense of astonishment, for lack of a better term. I don't know what what I'm talking about. But listen, they haven't released any technical kind of stuff about the audio is what I'm saying. But here's why it's reasonable to believe that the audio in this game will be groundbreaking. Everything Rockstar has built over the last decade points in that direction. First, let's just start with their engine. Rockstar uses a proprietary audio system called Rage Audio, which is of course a part of their larger Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. Back in 2014, Alistair McGregor, who was the lead programmer at Rockstar North at the time, gave a talk at GDC about the sound of Grand Theft Auto 5. What he described was already far more complex than most people realize. Now, I'm not a game designer, but there is some interesting stuff here that I believe other games don't do. In Grand Theft Auto 5, the audio engine supported just over 1,000 virtual sound sources at any given time, with roughly 100 of those being physically rendered. The system recalculated which 100 voices to render every 15 milliseconds, based entirely on perceived loudness at the listener's position. It wasn't like a manual priority system. So if an explosion was happening 3 miles away, it might be less important than the sound of something right next to you. And the system figured that out on its own. Now, again, I'm not sure how much of that is completely normal with other games or whatever, but 1,000 sounds running simultaneously, that's insane. Like when I'm playing a computer game, do you guys remember the little audio option to, select how many active sounds you could have at a given time? McGregor also talked about how their radio system worked. In Grand Theft Auto 5, radio tracks weren't just a flat audio layer. They were positioned at multiple points in the game world, with different reverb and filtering based on the type of vehicle, whether the roof was open or closed, and where you were relative to the speakers. The engine supported real-time synthesis, granular audio for vehicle engines, and a dynamic mixing system that could independently mix the player's car, enemy vehicles, and ambient traffic in real time during a chase. And Grand Theft Auto 5 shipped with over 75,000 audio metadata objects, almost 90 hours of streaming audio content. So, if Grand Theft Auto 5's audio was already that sophisticated, what happened next with Red Dead Redemption 2?
That's what I was just about to say. I know that.
5 minutes.
Well, it was a massive escalation. If you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, you know just how good the sound design is in the game. It's so immersive. There's so many little sounds going on around you, little critters, the crackling of the gunshots, the campfires, even the sound of the water.
Red Dead Redemption 2, everything about that game is just fucking...
They don't want you to know about it.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car?
Top tier, bro. Aged wine, bro.
When you're fishing, it's insane the amount of detail in the sound of Red Dead Redemption 2 because sound is a huge part of immersion, and Rockstar knows this. Red Dead Redemption 2 won Best Audio Design at the Game Awards in 2018. It also won Best Score and Music at the same ceremony, and took Best Audio at the Italian Video Game Awards as well. The Game Developers Choice Awards gave it Best Technology, and the numbers behind that are staggering. According to a profile published by Vulture and reported by Games Radar, Red Dead Redemption 2 shipped with 500,000 lines of dialogue. So let me put that in perspective real quick. Grand Theft Auto 5 has just over 158,000, right? At least that's the number I found from the sources I went through. That is more than triple the dialogue of Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar hired 1,200 actors from SAG-AFTRA, and if you don't know what SAG-AFTRA is, it's the Screen Actors Guild. Okay, so 700 of them recording dialogue and 500 performing motion capture over 2,200 days. And with that many voice actors and stuff, you start to see why they cheap out so much on paying them. But whatever. Dan Houser said Rockstar specifically focused on casting talented actors whose voices you wouldn't recognize, because familiar voices, well, that would break immersion.
Yep.
So you can see Rockstar, man, they are all about immersion. That's the thing, man, the immersion Kool-Aid. And I think that's why they've blown up to be what they are today, because since day one, I mean, you go all the way back, well, really Grand Theft Auto 3, but since then and on, it's always been, how can we make these games more immersive? How can we really put you in the shoes of the character we're trying to tell the story of? One of the more quietly impressive details about Red Dead Redemption 2, no pun intended, is that the dialogue recorded while characters are on horseback was captured in 2 separate versions. One version for when the other character is riding close to you, and one for when they're further away, where the actor is actually projecting or yelling. Now, if you go back and play Red Dead Redemption 2, you're going to notice this, and you're going to think it's pretty freaking cool. At least, I think it's pretty freaking cool. And players did notice this back immediately after launch. The volume and tone of a conversation changes naturally depending on physical distance. Not through any post-processing trick, but because the actors literally performed it both ways. And isn't it kind of immersion-breaking when you're riding on horseback in a game and you're just talking at, like, room volume, like the guy's sitting across from you, like you're having coffee or something together, and maybe they're like a football field away, and it's still, you know what I'm talking about.
No sound. Yep. Yeah.
The music system for this game was so ambitious too. Composer Woody Jackson created roughly 60 hours of music for the game, though players would typically only hear about a third of it in a single playthrough. According to Ivan Pavlovich, Rockstar's director of music and audio, the game has 192 interactive mission tracks, and the score is split into 3 distinct types: narrative music, heard during story missions, interactive music when roaming the open world, and environmental music that exists inside the game world itself, like someone playing guitar at a campfire. The way that music responds to gameplay is driven by a system Rockstar internally calls the gunfight conductor. It was originally introduced in Grand Theft Auto 5, but it was overhauled, of course, for Red Dead Redemption 2. Woody Jackson would record stem loops, around 11 at a time, each running 4 to 5 minutes, and the conductor system would layer, alter, and swap those stems in real time based on what was happening in the game. Now, some games do this, but not to this extent. And the result speaks for itself because you get a score that never plays the same thing twice. Well, you know what I mean. There's a lot of layers to it. Over 110 musicians contributed to the final product as well. So why does all of this matter for Grand Theft Auto 6? Well, because Rockstar has never gone backward. Every major title they release pushes the audio further than the last one. Grand Theft Auto 4 to Grand Theft Auto 5
Always improving.
Elite. Well,
every single game that Rockstar has made has improved from the last one. Every single one is actually insane.
That's debatable, but anyways, I'm sorry.
Some
I'm
shape or
done
form.
hating on Grand Theft Auto 5, I promise. Grand Theft Auto 5 to Red Dead Redemption 2 was another massive really big leap. Okay, now I'm done. And now they're building their next game on current generation hardware that is fundamentally more capable for audio than anything they've worked with before. So what am I talking about here? Well, the PlayStation 5, which is like the ultimate platform for Grand Theft Auto 6 apparently, has the Tempest 3D audio tech engine. And really what I meant by that is like basically it feels like the game is being based completely around the PlayStation 5.
Literally.
You know what I mean? But anyways, the Tempest 3D
you can hear
audio
everything
tech
from
engine.
each
It's a dedicated
area.
sound processing chip based on reworked GPU architecture, specifically designed to handle hundreds of individual sound sources with spatial positioning. When Mark Cerny unveiled the technology, he said the goal was for every sound in the game to have dimensionality, not just, selected ones.
Yeah.
That means environmental sounds, footsteps, vehicle noise, dialogue, ambient sounds, the works. All of it can have full 3D spatial positioning without the developer having to pick and choose what gets that treatment. That's a huge deal for a game like Grand Theft Auto 6 because it's set in a dense urban environment. What Vice City's soundscape needs to be. There's going to be a bunch of traffic, there's going to be music spilling out of everywhere, conversations on the streets, sirens in the distance, waves hitting the beach, helicopters overhead, gunfire echoing between buildings, which is something they've been pretty damn good at since Grand Theft Auto 4 in my opinion. Rockstar's existing Rage audio system was already handling a version of that in Grand Theft Auto 5, but it was doing it on hardware with a fraction of the capability.
Exactly, with the power that they have now?
Local tax experts are here. Now you can meet with a TurboTax expert in your community. They can do your taxes for you and get you every dollar you deserve. Local tax experts are here. Hand off your taxes with confidence.
They're gonna go crazy with GTA 6. This shit's not even gonna be close. It's gonna be
the headroom
insane.
they have now is
massive jump from Red Dead.
Take full advantage of that. And there's some stuff out there that kind of points to Rockstar investing a lot of stuff into their audio team and tools. Stuff like job listings posted by Rockstar North in recent years have included positions for audio programmers with a specific emphasis on innovative procedural audio and tools programmers tasked with supporting and developing what Rockstar calls, quote, a world-class audio tool suite, end quote there. A separate listing for an associate audio engineer in New York described recording sessions at their voiceover and motion capture studios, working with hundreds of audio files tracked through Pro Tools and Perforce. Perforce, I think I'm saying that right. Anyways, Rockstar's audio pipeline, based on what these listings describe, is a large-scale industrial operation. They have spared no expense with every bit of this game. Now, of course, I should have said earlier, take all this with salt, none of this is guaranteed, yada, yada, yada. And that's because Rockstar hasn't officially detailed, of course, what Grand Theft Auto 6's sound design will look like. And it's always possible that certain features get scaled back during development.
Yeah,
their audio engine has been evolving since 2005. Their team is led by someone who has been there for over 2 decades. Red Dead 2 already set a benchmark that most studios haven't even matched. The hardware they're building for it is specifically designed to make spatial audio even better, and if Trailer 2 is any indication, they're already thinking about sound in a way that treats every speaker, every surface, and every room in Vice City as part of the audio experience. If Rockstar delivers on the direction that their previous work points to, Grand Theft Auto 6 won't just look like the most detailed open world ever built.
Greatest
It'll
games.
sound like one too. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I know this was kind of a
Such
short
a great
one, but
video.
I just really wanted to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6's sound and stuff because it's a cool topic and I don't really see a lot of videos and stuff on it. So I thought I would look into it for you. If you found this video cool or whatever, leave it a like. And if you want to join along with
I think I watched that already.
Man, the last month has been one heck of a trip, and I'm not even talking about real world events here, but a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff that has transpired within the terminally online GTA 6 community. From a masterfully crafted leak video that was revealed by its creator as a social experiment, to some of the dankest memes this side of World War III, we've received a ton of hot new GTA 6 drama just this March. And with the new game now less than 240 days away, I think it's a good time to record another news video for this past month because we've got some recent insight from Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick during an interview with The Game Business where he talks about the ability of AI to make a game like GTA. And it's interesting to hear his take on the growing AI mania in game development, which heavily contrasts Nvidia's launch of their disastrous and much maligned DLSS 5 slop fest. Plus, thanks to Strauss's recent comments, we also have some pointers on how much GTA 6 is actually going to cost. It's not going to be $100. Finally, we've got some insider info going viral on social media right now that claims Trailer 3 will bring with it info on a potential Switch 2 port. I don't know, guys. There's so much to unpack here, so let's get right into it. Starting with that viral GTA 6 bridge clip, which shows what looks like a pisswasser mule truck passing over a bridge somewhere in Leonida State. And it seems pretty convincing at first. You have the grainy, low-res footage that makes it seem like it was captured on a camera in secret, and you have the developer UI all around the scene that matches the UI we saw in the real 2022 mega leak from that Teapot Tuber hacker kit. Plus, the location does seem to match up with real-life Miami, especially the ocean and the giant bridge in the background that makes it seem like a spot between Vice City and the Leonida Keys. However, there was something a bit off about the way the video looked, which led the more keen-eyed viewers to speculate that it's either doctored or AI generated. And guess what? They were right, because the very creator of this so-called leak has literally posted a behind-the-scenes style video on how he faithfully recreated the alpha footage vibe and convinced millions into believing his story. In fact, it's on YouTube right now with over 30,000 views, and the guy's name is Tenshi, so you can check out his video afterwards if you want. Basically, the guy went through months of trouble to create his own model of Jason, and he even made custom assets based on the real-life West Venetian Causeway Bridge in Miami to fool people into thinking that it was real. And then he plugged it all into Unity and did a ton of post-processing work to make it look somewhat authentic. Why did he decide to spill the beans on this high production value ruse? Well, according to him, the joke got a little bit too popular, and what started as an amateur attempt to recreate the look of GTA 6 at home quickly snowballed into a chaotic online movement full of accusations and speculations that was way beyond anything he had ever foreseen. So he came out with the truth just a couple weeks after posting the OG video to cut down on the drama before it got out of hand. By the way, this isn't the first fake leak of its kind either, although it's definitely probably the most polished one, so kudos to Tenshi for putting in so much effort. Most trolls posting stuff like this just plug a few prompts into AI and generate a nonsensical video that doesn't really pass the first visual inspection, like the supposed pre-alpha clip of Lucia walking around on some random street that got millions of views on Twitter just last November, and it was even covered by major outlets like IGN. By the way, the very same guy who posted that Lucia AI generated clip recently made another leak video that's 100% slop, and it's actually built inside the Far Cry 5 editor and has nonsensical VRAM usage figures on the bottom right to make it look like it's a dev kit, but it's obviously fake. By the way, the easiest way to tell fakes from the real thing, even if you're not good at parsing out AI from reality, is to simply check if the video source has been taken down by Rockstar or Take-Two or not. If it hasn't been taken down within about 5 microseconds of going online, it's probably not real. So there you go. Next, we need to talk about the GTA 6 title IDs being leaked earlier this month, before being taken down by Rockstar within a matter of days, and this led to some pretty hilarious situations where you had people with GTA 6 in their recently played category on PSN thanks to a glitch discovered by a few players, one of whom is called Usora1 on PSN. Interestingly, he posted the details to his glitch on GitHub, but it got taken down, and when random Twitter users started asking him to do the glitch for them on their PSN accounts, he asked for payment in return, and it made for some pretty funny interactions. Now, apparently, the title ID glitch for GTA 6 was also allowing people to show trophies for the game even though they never played it. I don't really know how the whole trick works, but Rockstar probably caught wind of it and decided that the memes have gone too far because they delisted the title ideas for for GTA 6 from the PlayStation Store backend. Notably, the presence of title IDs in the store backend signals the imminent arrival of pre-orders in a few months, and we've seen the same thing happen with RDR2, so let's see if Rockstar kicks the marketing into high gear soon and opens the GTA 6 pre-orders this summer, because that will pretty much officially confirm that November 19th release date. Not that anyone should doubt it at this point anyways. These title IDs must have also appeared on the Xbox store, because we saw some people doing the very same glitch over there and reposting images of their accounts with GTA 6 in the recently played tab. However, what I found most interesting about all this is the fact that during the same time that these title ID glitches were happening, a Twitter user by the name of Amethyst found out that there was an early dev build of GTA 6 for the PlayStation 4, according to information in Sony's very own database. And this makes sense, because the very early pre-alpha leaks that we saw were using 2016 PC hardware like the GTX 1080, and development for GTA 6 had already started well before the PS5 and Xbox Series X rollout in 2020, so the Rockstar team must have had to use PS4s for their work before they received the PS5 and Series X dev kits somewhere in probably 2019. This doesn't mean that the game will be released on PS4, obviously, as even RDR2 was way too intensive for that console, but there's physically no way to make GTA 6 run on it without some serious concessions to both visual fidelity and world size. So if you're still on last gen and you want to play GTA 6, sorry, but you are going to have to upgrade. But if you're a Nintendo fan and you own a Switch 2, there might still be hope for you yet, because according upgrade. But if you to make GTA 6 run on it without some serious concessions to both visual fidelity and world size. So if you're still on last gen and you want to play GTA 6, sorry, but you are going to have to upgrade. But if you're a Nintendo fan and you own a Switch 2, there might still be hope for you yet, because according to an insider source, Rockstar will announce GTA 6 for Switch 2 during the summer marketing campaign, probably with trailer 3. And the OG source for this claim is Reese Kiwi Talks Riley on Twitter, who apparently has a bet going on with this insider guy on whether or not GTA 6 will release for Switch 2. The insider seems to have doubled down on his claim and has been correct on various things before, but Kiwi Talks thinks this leak is utter crap and has called him out. So let's see which of these two people ends up being right, because we honestly aren't that far away from the summer marketing campaign for GTA 6, and within a couple months it will be revealed if GTA 6 is coming to Switch 2 or not. Personally, I think if Rockstar intended to release the game on Switch 2, they'd have started testing on the dev kits as far back as 2024, even before the Switch 2's official release, and they must have concluded that the amount of sacrifices needed to bring the game to Switch 2 simply didn't align with their internal vision, and they probably scrapped the project, which is why they only announced PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Series S as the supported platforms on launch day. PC will obviously get its own port in 1 to 2 years, with it getting the superior version of the game in the end, but until then, if you want to play GTA 6, you should probably invest in a PlayStation 5 or a Series X. Even Series S is going to struggle with this kind of thing, and if you look at how Crimson Desert performs on Series S, and
superior smooth taste worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
it almost looks like those grainy pre-alpha leaks you see for games 2 years before the actual release of them, and even with heavy upscaling, it's nearly indecipherable, but Rockstar are absolute magicians at optimization, which is why RDR2 on the base PS4 is still one of the most visually gorgeous games released to date, and it's still giving modern AAA releases a run for their money, while itself running on outdated hardware from 2013. Can Switch 2 pull off GTA 6 at 540p internal resolution and upscale it to 1080p with DLSS while running at 30 FPS? Maybe. Will it be able to retain the lighting effects, textures, animations, and highly detailed models from PS5 and Xbox Series? Definitely not. So take this leak with a super tiny grain of salt for now. Next, let's talk about AI, or rather the gaming industry's strange obsession with AI, which has recently reared its ugly head again in the form of grotesque technologies like DLSS 5, which apply an Instagram slot filter to perfectly good artist crafted models, turning them into one of those mobile game ads that you see on the hub, if you know what I'm talking about. And the reason I'm talking about AI here is because a lot of folks were speculating that not only would AI models like Genie 3 put mega studios such as Rockstar out of business, but that AI was the future of gaming. After all, we're seeing more and more studios use AI art, like the recent controversy with Crimson Desert, where internet sleuths dug through the game world and found a bunch of AI created artwork inside, complete with messed up anatomy and nonsensical proportions that ruin immersion in an otherwise amazing world. So in a recent interview with Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick that you can watch on the Game Business channel on YouTube, he was asked about his statements on Google's Genie model during the recent financial call, where Strauss mentioned and said it's a great sign of things to come. Strauss went on to clarify his position by stating that this notion that AI would somehow allow an individual to push a button and generate a hit is laughable. He also stated that while he's excited for AI as a tool to cut down on time needed for storyboarding and testing out new ideas, and also iterating on concepts during early development, he doesn't view it as a replacement for genuine human art, which is also good to hear from the CEO of one of the largest video game studios in the world. And Strauss's statements on AI in gaming serve as a very nice juxtaposition compared to Jensen Huang and what he's been spouting the last few weeks. It shows that Strauss understands the things that make GTA and Red Dead Redemption super unique and beloved by fans, and he doesn't plan on changing that formula anytime soon. That very same interview with the Game Business also featured a segment where the host asked Strauss about his thoughts on advertising in games, both free-to-play and paid titles, and while the Take-Two CEO didn't mention GTA 6 by name, he did say that it would be very jarring for players to see ads in a game that they paid $70 to $80 for, and that it would be disappointing and a breach of the player's trust, even though he contextualized this statement earlier by bringing up the limited advertising in NBA 2K, where the in-universe advertising fits with real-life arena ads in actual sports, so it's something that players have come to expect. But in a game like Red Dead or GTA, no way. This sheds more light on what GTA 6's final pricing might be, because Strauss seems to believe that $70 to $80 as the standard pricing model for a AAA game in the current market, and there's also no reason to believe that Rockstar will pull some stupid quadruple A bullshit like Ubisoft, so unless another source confirms otherwise, you can put those $100 GTA 6 rumors to rest for now. At the end of the day, Take-Two wants to sell as many copies of this game as possible and reach the widest audience, so it makes no sense to price out half their global audience by hiking prices this drastically this fast. Also, Strauss said in that very same interview,
we'll be able to engage every appropriate individual in GTA 6. Another way, if you have a console and you're over 17, just explain to me, how is it that you've decided, no, GTA 6, not interested.
If you're a gamer above the age of 17 and you own a current gen console, there's no way you're not interested in GTA 6. So yeah, another hint that the game won't be prohibitively expensive. They want teens, adults, old people, fat people, skinny people, bald people, saints, murderers, and thieves.